ONFIRE-TV.com for live top stories, breaking news, and original shows.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your man Diamond K, of course, in here. And many of you know about the passing of rapper Fatman Scoop. Passed away at the age of 53 years old. So we're going to talk about Fatman Scoop and the impact that he had on music in the club. As a DJ myself, became familiar with Fatman Scoop in the 90s. And, him working with Crooklyn Clan and AV8 Records and, going on to work with artists like Timberland and Missy and Mariah Carey and many others. So we're going to talk about the I'm going to say legend, and folks throw that word around a lot, but this is a time where I feel that word is appropriate. Definitely a legend in the club, definitely a legend on records. He's somebody that was into the business, into the performing side of things, and when we talk about longevity, longevity is something that obviously has its place and something that he worked hard to achieve. So we're going to talk about that and a lot more with the passing of Fatman Scoop. And I hate to talk about folks on the bad, on the end of something bad, something tragic. Definitely, we're going to be talking about a lot of artists and giving them their proverbial flowers a lot sooner, because you never know when somebody is going to pass on. So it's not like it's something that you can predict in many instances. So the family of Fatman Scoop, the Freeman family, posted a message, and we're gonna look at that message. So the message says that it is with profound sadness and very heavy hearts that we share news of the passing of the legendary and iconic Fatman Scoop. Last night, the world lost a radiant soul, a beacon of light on the stage and in life. Fatman Scoop was not just a world-class performer. He was a father, brother, uncle, and a friend. He was the laughter in our lives, a constant source of support, unwavering strength, and courage. Fatman Scoop was known to the world as the undisputed voice of the club. His music made us dance and embrace life with positivity. His joy was infectious, and the generosity he extended to all will be deeply missed, but never forgotten. As we mourn the loss of Fatman Scoop, we also celebrate his remarkable life and the countless lives he touched. Fatman Scoop's legacy is of love and brightness. It will reside in our hearts and memories forever. So that was something that the family of Fatman Scoop posted, and many folks have shared it. It is something that the family shared to his social media pages, and I thought that I thought it's something that really represents who he is, who he will be remembered as. And I talked about him as an artist, as a performer, but he's also someone that gave advice and counseled many other artists trying to, make it in the game. And I thought that this was very very necessary to share. Something that he talked about a couple of years ago: practice, prepare, perform, and he advised folks to share it with someone who needed to hear it. And I thought it was good because it's directly from him.
How to make pictures, videos from This Is Nicky S. I practice more, DJ sets, dance moves, everything, and I execute more. Practice, prepare, perform, period. Take a minute to listen to this and share it with somebody. This is my life, studio to stage, trains, planes, and automobiles. I worked really hard to get here, but you know what's even harder to do? Maintaining it. Every day somebody's coming out younger, faster, and more talented. So how do I survive? I try to get better every day. When I was coasting, I was getting coasting results. So I try to study more, work more, practice more, and more importantly, execute more. And I never practiced. So you got to ask yourself, what am I going to do to get better? If you don't get better, you stay still or you get worse. So what you going to do? I tried to learn more and learn more and learn more. For example, I took this strategy on how to make pictures, videos from This Is Nicky S. I practice more, DJ sets, dance moves, everything, and I execute more. Practice, prepare, perform, period.
Yeah, and I thought that was a very good message. Practice, prepare, perform. So as an artist, this is something that is necessary. But a lot of artists don't practice. Interesting. I thought it was interesting that to know that a lot of artists don't practice. Different artists that I've worked with, produced for. Sometimes it clicked, and you kind of knew what was necessary. You didn't have to practice, but you still had a practice that was in mind, and you just kind of just emulated that on stage. But practicing super important, super important. So of course we're talking about Isaac Freeman III, better known by his stage name Fatman Scoop, an American rapper, hype man, radio personality, and he had these raw vocals. And the vocals would boom over records, worked perfectly in the club. And like I said, we were playing, records that he was on in the 90s. I would say 97, 98. He had this record called Where You At with the Crooklyn Clan that was released on AV8 Records. And then the record that really got him on the map in the club that featured the Crooklyn Clan was called Be Faithful. A lot of samples on that record. But that record really took off in the club. It's definitely a classic. And just some of the other records, It Takes Scoop, what he used, It Takes Two Beat. That was with DJ Cool. That rang off in the club. And he had a lot of good records. He had this New Year's Eve anthem that had the homie DJ Class on it. That rang off. That was in 2009. But he had a lot of records, and of course, there are features that he had. Because we talk about the Be Faithful record. The Be Faithful record, which is probably his biggest solo record, but that had a lot of samples on there. A lot of Fatman Scoop's records were sample heavy. They were DJ tools, and it just really jumped off. But like, it had samples from like Jay-Z, Black Sheep, Beat Nuts, Queen Pen, Faith Evans, and that was the Be Faithful record. I can't think of any DJ that plays in clubs that is not familiar with that record. That record is a massive record, and you're going to start hearing it a lot more. But he collaborated with a lot of artists: Lil Jon, Pitbull, Timberland, Whitney, Janet, Missy, Sierra. And so the record Lose Control is the Missy record with Sierra, which reached number 3 on the Hot 100, Billboard's Hot 100 in the U.S. Video won Grammy for Best Short Form Music Video. It was, how Missy do it. And so the song was also nominated for Best Rap Song in the Grammys. But he's on a Mariah Carey record. A lot of records, a lot of features, and he stayed working. he's one of those artists that stayed out there, stayed working. So, we definitely got to just take a moment to kind of remember the brother so he passed away as of this recording, sadly, at a performance in Hamden, Connecticut. Rushed to the hospital after collapsing on stage. And this is August 30th, 2024. So, he's young, right? He's not that old. Not that old, but we've been seeing a lot of rappers passing away, and it definitely saddens the community, saddens hip hop. The Party King artist, a lot of folks using that nickname. As I said, his name is Isaac Freeman III. That's how he was born. Suffered some type of medical emergency during a performance, and he was transported. The reports came out, transported via ambulance to the hospital, and that is where things went downhill from there. There's this video floating around, and I hate when these things happen. Right when we have a tragic loss. Somebody's got their camera out. Somebody has got to show, something. Of course, we're not going to play any video like that, but there's a video out there. TMZ, no surprise, showed the rapper collapsing on stage around 8:30 p.m. last night before people rushed over to administer CPR. So Fatman Scoop's manager, Michael Birch, announced his death this morning. And he had a heartfelt tribute, and he said that it is with the heaviest of hearts I announce the passing of Isaac Freeman III, known professionally as Fatman Scoop. He wrote in a statement, "You taught me how to be the man I am today. I love you, Scoop. Thank you so much for everything that you gave me. Rest in peace." That was his manager posting that. So needless to say, that is, a major loss, a manager losing his artist and having to announce the passing of that artist on social media. Not, definitely not an enviable position at all. So, and then after the announcement came, of course, thoughts and prayers pouring out over social media. Many folks that have worked with him, many folks that knew him, many folks that just knew his music, sharing their thoughts. And this here, if you're watching, is the post from his manager, and so you can see that. Folks that are listening, this is just a photo of Fatman Scoop and his manager. And so, voice of the club, another thing that, another nickname that they gave Fatman Scoop, well deserved. He did a lot of, he just had one of those kind of voices that just made folks want to get up, energized them. I definitely, like I said, I've heard a lot of folks, claim titles. A lot of times folks will say they're this, say they're that. And you need to say that, even before it may be true. But this definitely is someone who has earned the title that he liked to claim. Definitely earned it. So we're talking about Fatman Scoop. And there's a photo of Fatman Scoop right there. Like I said, the homie stayed busy. He stayed busy. He came to Baltimore a couple of times and had the opportunity to, see him. It wasn't like my best friend, obviously, but he, all the times that I interacted with him, he was a cool dude. And it is definitely sad for our hip hop community. And his booking, the booking agency posted that we are heartbroken to announce the passing of our dear friend and client Fatman Scoop at the age of 53. Scoop was a beloved figure in the music world whose work was loved by countless fans across the globe. His iconic voice, infectious energy, and great personality made an indelible mark on the industry, and his legacy will live on through his timeless music. So that is, like I said, there are many folks that are posting, their thoughts on the passing, and these are folks that worked with him directly, that had some type of, business dealings with him. And so, they're definitely hit hard by this, but fans are hit hard as well. And so you're going to hear DJs scrambling to play, songs that the artist was on. And they continued. This is his booking agency. Fatman Scoop had been a valued member of the MN2S family for 15 years, and his loss is deeply felt by all of us. Our thoughts are with his family, friends, and fans during this incredibly difficult time. Fatman Scoop's vibrant spirit, boundless enthusiasm, and passion for music will always remain in our hearts. Rest in peace, Scoop. And so they have this nice photo of him. Looks like an oil painting kind of thing. And so when folks pass away, there is always different versions, I would say, different folks that have different experiences. And for the most part, everything that I have seen has been like super respectful and all of that. And I think that is the best way to keep it, right? If you had a disagreement with somebody that's passed away, especially at this point in time, just keep it respectful, right? Keep it respectful, because you got the family that is suffering, especially with just a death that is unexpected. Of course, the details or the reason why, the cause of death, we do not know as of yet. So late yesterday, when the reports hit that he had collapsed on stage, of course, many folks were hoping for the best, but it was not to be, as far as the way that everybody was hoping and praying for. So he suffered some type of medical emergency on stage, and I guess if you got to go, on stage doing something that you love is, it is something that many folks, would welcome, I suppose. I guess on stage doing something that you love or in your sleep. No cause of death has been provided as of yet. Tour manager posting that he died, and his touring agency giving their love. A lot of artists, too many artists to name, but a lot of artists giving their love, right? And so, like I said, if you remember, he appeared on Missy's 2005. Wow, 2005, 20 years ago, just about. To Lose Control along with Sierra. So that reached number 3. So that was a big song. Missy Elliott tweeted out today, following the news of Fatman Scoop's passing, that prayers for Fatman Scoop's family for strength during this difficult time. Fatman Scoop voice and energy have contributed to many songs, all caps, many songs that made the people feel happy and want to dance for over 2 decades. Your impact is huge and will never be forgotten. I think that is very important. An artist like Fatman Scoop, making the types of songs that he made, will never be forgotten. You definitely, I mean, it's one of those things. A party artist, he made fun, happy music, and that's what it was about. It's about fun, happiness, and joy. A$AP Rocky recently revealed that his song "Hood Happy" from his upcoming album, Don't Be Dumb. It features Fatman Scoop and Busta Rhymes, Flavor Flav, Slick Rick, and others. And so looking forward to hearing that. As we find out more information about Fatman Scoop as far as homegoing and just any more information, we will keep you all posted on that. But I definitely wanted just to take a moment to just talk about Fatman Scoop's. As a DJ coming up in the 90s, those we call them AV8 Records because that was the name of the record company, AV8 Records, and Fatman Scoop eventually left AV8 Records and did his own thing. But coming up in the 90s, we could take some AV8 Records, and there were good bridges in between. Different, if you were going to do a music change, a style change, as far as if you were playing hip hop and you were going to go to reggae, you're going to go to something else. These AV8 records, which are party break records for DJs, they would just be a great tool for that. And that's how Fatman Scoop came on the scene, doing DJ break records. So, it's different beats, snippets from different songs, and he would get over the beat and yell things out, $50 bill, put your hands up, this, that, those kind of things. Where an MC in the club would do. So he would kind of do party routines on records. And it was a great thing for DJs, especially if you didn't have somebody hyping up the crowd, you could throw on one of those records. And it's like you had a Fatman Scoop live there in the party to help you through the event. And so I can't think, there's so many times where I've used records that Fatman Scoop was on to help me get through a party. And the Be Faithful record, which it's like 2000, something like that. It was a major record. We played, as far as in the club, we played the Be Faithful record, the remix of the Faith Evans record, more than we played the Faith Evans record in the club. You could play it, and it was just one of those things. It was just crazy. And so I'm definitely going to miss those type of records, and hopefully we still have some folks that are inspired by Fatman Scoop to continue to make those kind of records, and we're definitely going to continue to play those records, those those party break records. It is essential. I was at some of the DJ groups that I'm in, folks trying to get those Fatman Scoop records, and then some of the OG DJs are saying stuff like, y'all should have already had that record. You can't wait till somebody passed away to get that record. You should have already had that record in your crate. And but any DJs that needs any of those Fatman Scoop records, you definitely hit me up, djdiamondk@gmail.com. I will get you those records, DJs, if you need that. Because we definitely want to continue to play those records. We don't want to try to be gatekeepers for good music, right? It's one thing always frustrated me about Baltimore. Sometimes they want to be gatekeepers. I only want this person and this person to play this record. I don't want nobody else to play the record. I've never been like that, right? Any DJ, if you need a record, hit me up and I'll get you the record. You know what I mean? It's just, to me, it's about getting music to the people, and you know what I mean? It is like that. Keith Mon on Facebook says that someone needs to check on Jazzy Faye. Of course, he's talking about producer Jazzy Faye. So why do you say that? Jazzy Faye is not he's taking this hard? We definitely need to check on Jazzy Faye. Jazzy Faye is a producer out of Atlanta, and he obviously has relationships, and so definitely had to check on Jazzy Faye. ATL out of ATL. All right, so definitely, like I said, we're going to continue to follow this story and continue to lift the family, friends, and fans of Fatman Scoop. Isaac Freeman III just had a birthday, August the 6th. So August the 6th, 1971 is when he was born. August the 6th, 1971. So this young guy just having a birthday and passing away August the 30th, 2024. Better known by his stage name, Fatman Scoop. So definitely, as we get more information, we're going to talk about this more. And definitely your man Diamond K. Of course, on all social media, I'm at the Diamond K Show, djdiamondk@gmail.com. Of course, visit onfire-tv.com. And I will see you guys tomorrow.